Hello and welcome to the Have I Got News For You webisode. And yes, we are going to carry on using that word until it catches on. In the news this week, in Tokyo, despite investing billions in the bullet train, there's evidence that transport authorities may have scrimped a bit on the replacement bus service. At a TUC fringe meeting, Hazel Blear's abusive tirade against Gordon Brown tests the signer for the deaf to the limit. And despite widespread criticism from Conservative politicians, a top BBC executive denies that he's paid too much. OK, now for the first time in a webisode, you're going to have the chance to experience what it's really like to appear on Have I Got News For You, as we invite you, yes, you, to play the Odd One Out round. Who is the Odd One Out from? Her records were 78, she's 92, it's Dame Vera Lynn. Next, he is famous for being one of the Lib Dems you can name, Vince Cable. Illusionist and bender of minds, Derren Brown. And the 15th century's very own mystic mug, Nostradamus. OK, we're going to give you a little time now to work it out, and if you're struggling but determined to crack it, just hit pause. So let's play some music, maybe. That'll do. OK, the odd one out is Dame Vera Lynn, of course, as all the others have made successful predictions, whereas she quite wrongly predicted when World War II broke out that it would end her singing career. A new album of Vera Lynn's most famous songs is available on CD and download, much to the confusion of her entire fan base. Vince Cable correctly predicted the collapse of the banking system. Mind you, if he could really predict the future, surely he'd never have joined the Lib Dems. As for Derren Brown, he wowed viewers with his apparent prediction of the winning lottery numbers. Say what you like, Derren Brown is a quite brilliant hypnotist. How else did he get Channel 4 to give him a 1-hour show based on 1 minute's material? Nostradamus has been credited with predicting the Princess of Wales's death in this astonishing verse. Now pay attention, because this really is extraordinary. Despite all the money of Diana and Mercury, their empty shadows will be found at the lake, for the potter in search of new clay, and he and his people will be drenched with gold. So, despite all the money of Diana and Mercury, well, Mercury was the god of trade, and Dodi and his father, Muhammad al-Fayed, owed their fortunes to commerce, you see. Their empty shadows will be found at the lake. Diana is buried on an island in a lake, and Dodi's soul is forever bound to hers. For the potter in search of new clay. Well, Charles potters around a lot and has a clay to the throne. And he and his people will be drenched with gold. And a white Fiat Uno will speed away from the scene. Uncanny, absolutely uncanny. Extraordinary. Now, if that brain teaser wasn't enough for you and you're craving more quiz-tastic infotainment, then why not watch Pointless, the rather good quiz on BBC Two with me in it. But for now, I'm afraid you'll have to make do with the quite literally pointless charade of our missing word game. I'm sure you're itching to know the correct answer to the last one we ran way back in that glorious blazing summer that we all enjoyed. So here it is. The question was, brace yourselves, what headed for what? One of the worst ideas was, brace yourselves, John Prescott headed for the toilet. Sadly, it was also one of the best. The correct answer was, well, do you know what, we actually lost it. Never mind though, here's this week's headline. Our latest habits are what and stealing what. Put a bit of effort in it this time, will you, please? And I leave you with news that in Paraguay, scientists discover a new strain of cannabis plant that gives off a scent 50 times stronger than normal. He may not have much hair, he's prone to tearful tantrums, and he makes an irritating wailing sound. But he's still not allowed to adopt a Ukrainian baby. And at Balmoral, the party gets out of hand when a high-spirited Camilla playfully throws her knickers at Prince Charles. Goodbye.